All right. Clear my throat. And I think we're ready to go. At some point. Maybe. Yes. Yes. Hello. How's it going? Cleaning up my tabs. So, working on my cat game. Think I need to fix this subtile a little bit. I've had some thoughts on it. Mostly that the lines are too defined. And as a first-time pixel artist, I am no pro. So we gotta play around with it some more. And that's what we're gonna do. Let's turn off tile mode. I think we're gonna make these lines a little thicker. I'm not loving the single pixel line here. Something like that. We might even do something like this. Oh. Waking up on the tired side today. Waking up on the tired side. Just trying to add some variation. There we go. That's looking better. Yeah, something like that where we got a little bit of variation here. There's some lines. Let's eyedrop this color. I'm gonna just throw a little bit. Actually, we're gonna eyedrop this color. And we're gonna throw in a little bit of something like that. There we go. I think that's looking pretty good. Let's see it tiled. Oh, nope. Tiled. That's not how I want it. Yeah, that's not bad actually. Alright, I don't want to spend too much time on this. I feel like this part up here might be a little bit too much. Maybe one there. It's getting hectic. Yeah. That looks pretty good. We get the sense that we're kind of fading into this darker color a little bit. Sure. As my first attempt at sub 4 art, that'll do. Now, let's try putting it in to the game. Now, I made it 32 by 32, which I might not want at the end of the day. We'll have to see. We want to... Well, first I need to know how to do this. There's my little cat. There he is, roaming around the bottom of the screen. Look at him. Let's give him some food. Yeah, that's a good boy. Good-o. Tile map. How do we use tile maps? My coffee should be ready in about 5 minutes. There are several benefits to using tile map nodes to design your levels. First, they make it possible to draw the layout by painting the tiles into a grid, which makes it much faster replacing individual sprite 2D nodes one by one. Second, they allowed for larger levels because they are optimized for drawing large number of tiles. Great. As of Godot 4.0, you can place several layers in a single tile map node. For example, this allows you to distinguish foreground tiles from background tiles for better organization. You can place one tile per layer at a given location, which allows you to overlap several tiles together if you have more than one layer. By default, a tile map node automatically has one pre-made layer. You do not have to create additional layers if you only need a single layer. But if you wish to do so now, alright, let's see. Let's go to our 2D world, add child node, tile map. File, export. That's another thing I need to learn how to do is a sprite tile set. Layer, new tile map layer, or pressing space plus N. Let's call this one sub 4. Alright, I think we're gonna have to use YouTube for this. A sprite tile set.
Literally just play with this until it looks like what I think looks good. And we can start editing it up here and transition down once we've sort of textured in everything and see how it works. So I don't mind starting over here and just adding a bit of variety. I'm again going into my shade brush and I'm just going crazy with it. So if I'm playing over here and I'm trying to make this work with that, it's like, oh, no, it doesn't work here. Let's see if we can just massage those together. And it doesn't matter which one I look at, right? It's just the same either way.
Maybe this is not what I want.
If you love Indie Tales, be sure to subscribe here and on Twitch, where I'm live most weekdays. You can also show your support through Patreon or on itch.io, where I upload assets and games shown on the channel. Hey, welcome to a new video. Pals,
Hey.
Today I want to share something that's so exciting to me because it's something that I've been waiting for literally years. I mean like 2-3 years. I've been waiting for this thing to arrive and it's finally around the corner and I have the pleasure of introducing it to you as a
I'm really not understanding what I'm supposed to do here. Let's see.
Now it makes a new tile that you can use in place.
Let's start from
Hey,
the beginning.
I'm Pen USB Mike, a pixel artist animator that has worked on games like Dome Keeper, Shogun Showdown,
Dome
my own
Keeper's
little
dope.
project right now called Bullet Bunny. This is a quick little tutorial on how Sprite's new tile map feature works. It's been out for a while in beta, but they officially just released the full version. So if you're curious on how things work, stay tuned, watch the video. But yeah, let's get to it. This is Sprite's new tile map feature. So I'll go through my workflow, but this is kind of what I've been working on. It's going to be part of the Stranded series, which is a game asset series I've been working on and released on Itch. This is kind of a theme of like a blood desert, and I'll kind of go through the process of how I made this and how it works. So I'll quickly go through the kind of tile map layer with its features and everything, and then we'll start fresh and go through everything in a bit more detail. So to make a new tile map, you just right click on your layers and go new tile map layer or space N, and you can name it. You can set the size, tile set size here, and everything. So right now this one here is 16 by 16, which is pretty standard. And when you click on the layer, it brings up a little more options. You can see here there's just your palette here and 4 little toggle boxes. And if you click on the tile map, you get 4 more with this extra thing here. So we just go, if we turn off the deco and base layer, you can see the tile map layer. And it's not perfect yet, but it looks pretty cool. And we'll start from scratch in a bit. But what this does is if you click on here and say you're on a paintbrush, you can test out your tile map just like that. And the cool thing about this, if you hold control, you can see all the tile numbers are labeled. So you have one, which is this one here. And if you scroll through here and at the bottom down here, you'll see all the numbers and how they're used. So you can quickly, if you want, say this 11 here or 28, you just know it's going to be 28 down here, and you can click on that one right there and use it as is. But the really cool thing about this is if you toggle these here, so this second one here is if you're clicked on it, it modifies the existing tile. So if you say grab a color, just highlight here and work on it, it's editing every single tile, no matter which one you're on, which is really cool. So you can quickly edit that and you can see how it works in different scenarios in your tile set. Which is really cool. The second one, modify and reuse existing tiles. So if we use this one and do the same thing, you can see it doesn't edit the other ones and it makes a new tile here. So let's just backtrack and say we edit this one, put a circle here. Now it makes a new tile that you can use in place.
Okay.
So it's really cool if you want just a quick tile. If you want this one here in the corner to be different, say you're on this one and you want to use this one here and you want to just delete the corner, it's gonna make a new one here, and it for some reason made a double over here, but you can just modify that and then it will make a new one there. So kind of cool. And then the last one is don't modify anything. So that one's kind of just, so this one generates and stacks.
I'm gonna take a break on this. I'm gonna go get some
So
coffee and have some energy. I will be right back. All right, we're back.
You got to be careful with this one. So say if you're working on this one and you delete, say this section here, it's going to create a new tile. So you have one new one. Say if you delete this corner down here, now you got a second new one, and then this one, a third new one. So this one can creep up very quickly. So you got to be careful with that one. But really cool, these three little features. I tend to use the first one most modify existing tiles, and then just copy and paste. But they're all really cool and definitely worth checking. And then the last one, which is the first one here, this kind of just toggles your this is your left click, right click, which ones you have toggled on, and then you can right click, left click over here. And if you toggle that, that will just go same thing but with the palette. So with that quick kind of rundown, let's start this workflow here. So we'll use this same palette, but we'll open a fresh canvas, and we'll start at 16 by 16, and we will copy and paste this palette over, and we'll use that. So 16 by 16, not a lot to work with, but I'll show you what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to View, Tile Mode, tiled in both axes, so the X and the Y. And now it's kind of big, and what this does is allows you to kind of just work, and it will make the every tile here draw on the same tile. But what it's good for is kind of connecting the tile and making your pattern nice and easy. Quick way to do it. It's really handy in a lot of cases. So once we have this, we can go ahead, we can use some colors here and start making some kind of, we'll stick to the same kind of blood desert. And what I like to do is just make little blocks to start. And this might not be the color, this is more of the highlight color, but we'll use this to start. And I like to just make kind of random shapes as much as you can, and you'll eventually run out of space. It doesn't matter where you do it. You don't need to be on that original 16, just anywhere. It's gonna trace anywhere like that. And you can see already it's looking somewhat like a desert kind of tile. You can see there's some areas missing, and we'll just slowly fix that up. So you see anything kind of standing out when you're looking over here, say, okay, I don't like that one. It's repeating a lot and it's pretty obvious. Let's just switch it up, try something new. Because this is kind of your base tile. This is the bread and butter. This is what everything's built off of. So you want to make sure this is right. And it's good to zoom out and zoom in as much as possible and see what's cooking. And I kind of dig that. I kind of dig it already. So let's
see what's cooking, huh?
Maybe modify some of these colors.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use this color shading extension.
So you used a 16 by 16 to do this.
In the video I did on YouTube
Interesting.
a couple months ago, but this is one of my favorite ones, probably my most used one now. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. So I kind of want this darker. I kind of want it darker. Perhaps we can do the cracks darker, and then this kind of shade like that, and then we can kind of.
What did he do for this? Color shading.
We have kind of the tile figured out. So now we're gonna add, basically using this color as the starting point, the base, and then we're kind of using it darker for the crack, and then we're gonna use slightly darker kind of at the back of these stones right now. And you don't have to do every stone, but you can do most of them. Find that looks pretty good. Constantly look over here, see what you like, and then think
interesting.
So let's try to add this highlight. It might be a bit too strong. So let's go ahead and when you're clicking on that, go get.
So this one that I made
you can get
is a 32 by 32. Let's see the grid. I want to see the grid.
Just grabs kind of
Grid
adjusts
settings.
the value, so the light, the hue, the saturation, and it just gets the it scales it down 10-15 on the value of the value, and it just grabs some nice color.
Wait,
so
what did he do for that?
What this does is just grabs, kind of adjust the values. Clicking on that, go get, and then you kind of switch it up, and you can get darker one here. So that just grabs some colors. And what this does is just grabs, kind of adjust the value, so the light, the hue, the saturation, and it just gets the it scales it down 10-15 on the value of the value, and it just grabs some nice color. So this looks pretty cool. Let's maybe try a bit darker, too dark, but don't mind it. I think we can try adding another highlight there.
How did he do that? Replace color.
As you go. You might want less less highlights,
Color
more highlights,
shading.
depending on how they look once we throw it over to the official, not the official, but the other tile sets. But this is a good start. One thing I notice is there's a clear line right here of this shading. Let's go ahead and kind of fix that. Looks more natural. So now that we've done the base, you can always add more highlights here, like so, and we can do a bit darker in the cracks as well, just a tad in areas.
All right, where the hell did you get this color shading thing? Do 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 do. Oh, and he does it.
Built off of. So you want to make sure this is right. And it's good to zoom out and zoom in as much as possible and see what's cooking. And I kind of dig that. Kind of dig it already. So let's go ahead and maybe modify some of these colors. So I'm going to use this color shading extension. One of my favorite extensions.
Wait, he just did that so fast.
This,
File scripts color shading.
One of my favorite extensions. It's not in the video I did on YouTube a couple months ago, but this is one of my favorite ones, probably my most used one.
Huh, okay, it's an extension. So let's look that up. Sprite color shading extension. I could really use that. Download the file from GitHub into a new Lua file. Okay. File scripts, open scripts folder. File scripts, open scripts folder. All right. Run the color shading script. File scripts, color shading to open. Okay, so I need to just essentially put this. How do I do this? Download raw file. And let's put this in. For now, we'll just put it in downloads. Okay. Now, let's go to Finder. Yeah, we're already in Finder. And let's go to Extensions, Downloads. Color shading Lua. All right. Now, go to File, Scripts, Rescan Scripts folder, File, Scripts, Color Shading. Run. Hey, look at that. Nice. Okay, that's really cool. So I imagine I can choose a base color. Oh, no. I really like the subfloor. I just think I need to make it so it's more of a tile map. But let's continue watching this and see what he does. Let's jump ahead to here.
Let's take it over to
Pin USB mic,
new.
which,
We'll just
God,
do a
if you
new
look at that
192,
name all together,
242 campus,
it looks like
and what
something
we're gonna
else.
do is make a new tile map layer, 16 by 16. We just leave it as tile map. And we're going to take off the tile mode. We're going to go view tile mode none. And then we're just going to highlight this, copy, Control C, so copy it. And then we're going to paste it somewhere.
Oh, so he just made a new
And
tile
you
map.
can see it auto produce this. We'll grab the palette just in case we need it.
Oh.
And we'll change this layer down here, and we'll just call this the background color PG, and we'll just paint this all. So now you have your first base tile, and what we can do from there is kind of, had the G tool going.
All right, let's try something. We're gonna create a new.
Let's do a 3x3, so 9 tiles. So your middle one, and this is kind of starting the.
Okay,
tiles
hold
that
up.
kind of,
What did
if
he
you were to
do
hit
here?
We'll go first background color, the auto produce it, tile mode none, and then we're just take off the tile map layer, 16 by 16, and just leave it as tile map. And we're gonna take off the tile mode. We're gonna go view tile mode. I'm gonna do new. We'll just start a new 192 by 192 canvas. And what we're gonna do is make a new. About this, if you hold
Oh,
control,
no.
you can see
No,
all the
no, no,
tile
no, no.
numbers are labeled. So you have one, which is this one here, and if you scroll through using, and I'll link this color shading thing in the page. So now we got this kind of rubbly stuff going on. So let's take it over to a new. We'll just start a new 192 by 192 canvas, and what we're gonna do is make a new tile map layer, 16 by 16, and just leave it as tile map. And we're gonna take off
Oh, God.
tile
Okay,
mode.
so he
We're
just
gonna
created
go
a
tile
new
mode none.
tile
And
map
we're
layer,
just gonna highlight
right?
this,
So
copy,
space
Control C,
in,
so copy it, and then we're gonna
okay,
paste it somewhere on your
and then he just copied.
and you can see it auto produce this.
Okay, so let's do that. We're gonna copy this C V. What the fuck? What? No. Wrong. Oh jeez. Command C. C, 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 C. Great. Now, Command. I swear to God, what are you doing? Okay, let's turn off the tile map. Maybe that's causing issues. See, I think the problem that I have here is that I made this too big, essentially. Command C. Command V. What the fuck? There, actually, that's probably the issue. Huh? Okay. It took the whole thing and it copied the layer in. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Command C. RAM V. Cool. Okay, so let's see. What do I do now?
We'll grab the palette just in case we need it, and we'll change this layer down here, and we'll just call this the background color BG, and we'll just paint this all. So now you have your first base tile, and what we can do from there is kind of, oops, had the G tool gone, paintbrush, and you can just paint around. And let's
So I
do
can just
a
paint
3 by
that,
3,
huh?
so 9 tiles. So your middle one, and this is kind of starting the tile set, kind of if you were to import it in your game engine. This is kind of the base 3 by 3. So this middle one here, we're never going to change. That's kind of the unless you want to
Huh?
touch it up or anything.
Look at that.
But it won't
Okay.
have any drastic changes. So let's go ahead.
That's what our
and
floor would
let's-
look like.
So let's go ahead and
Actually,
start
I don't mind that
modifying
at
some of
all.
these surrounding tiles.
I mean, it looks.
To best do that is we don't want to be on modifying existing tiles because that will modify every single one. So when you do that, they'll all be modified. So let's modify and reuse existing tiles. So we deleted this corner one, and it's going to make second tile. If you hold control, you can
Okay.
see 2. So if we keep editing this one, it should just stay like that, and we can kind of tackle.
So let's
this
see
one.
what
And
this will
I'm
look
gonna
like.
do is just kind of fade this one in. Make sure you're still in the tile, so you can highlight this section with the M tool, the select, and just double click, and that entire tile will be highlighted, and you can go in and kind of just edit it. So we kind of want this one to fade away, not too much though. I find getting rid of the darker cracks is the way to go, and the highlights a bit, but you want it to connect to that main tile. So that looks pretty good. So now we can go ahead and grab this tile, and if we delete this one, it should make this number 3. We double check it, number 3, and we're now editing this one
Very
here.
interesting.
And we want to do the same thing as before. Keep some rocks so it kind of slowly fades to the rest of the world. I think that's a good start, and then we can go along and move onto the next one. So now if we delete this, we should see number 4 pop up.
Okay,
Hold
so
control, 4,
let's
and then we can go ahead
keep
and
working
edit
on.
this one. And if you want to make real unique, you can kind of go ahead and delete whole section.
So what I wanted,
Kinda just
and what I was
some of
trying to
these colors
mimic
and
a little bit
only
is
one so it's a little
this
fresh as
right
well.
here.
That's something you can do. 'Cause
So I
if you do
now
anything different
want
than
to.
the original, it's still the same base style. So to keep it a little bit fresher, you can just grab these colors and use them to make your tiles just kind of differentiate them just a tad. And when you're happy with that, you can go along to the next one and do the same. And you're going to want to circle the entire base until you get all the way to that number 2 we did. So we still have 1, 2, 3, 4 after this one.
So let's
slowly
start a
chip
new
away.
one here.
It's okay for now. And
We're
later
actually going to
on
start this
in
as a
anything
16 by
that
16.
sticks
I don't
out
want to
in
make the
sword,
same mistake I did
you can
before.
edit. This is just meant to give you
And I
an
want to
idea
make
of how
this
powerful this tile
sort of
layer can be.
nice
In
light
Spray,
floor
it's,
color.
really cool. I used to use other programs to test, but I think TileMap is going to be the base or the go-to that I'm going to use. It's just real handy, and I do most of my work in a Sprite anyway, so having even more inside the program only benefits. I might speed this section up a bit. Okay, and the last one is done, and you kind of look, and you can see it still looks like a square quite a bit. So what I want to do is kind of just go along the edges and kind of really delete a lot of those lines that kind of stick out. Maybe this section a bit more.
So cool.
Those darker
Okay,
areas
so
kinda
thank you. I'm going to be right back. You drink coffee. You have other problems. So too much information. All right. See you later. And we're back. I just wanted to show the inspiration for my cat game here. Rusty's Retirement. Such a wonderful little idle game. Anyways, let's close that. Which I have, by the way, obtained every achievement for. It's my first game that I've done that. Okay, so we want to create this light colored floor. Kind of like this. Now, I really like the bright light colors. And yes, this is an AI generated. I'm getting inspiration from an AI generated piece of art. But that's okay. Let's see what we can do. All right, let's start with the most... Oh, this is not our palette. Load palette. Bathhouse cat? No. Bathhouse, this one. Okay. Color. Get. Oh, there's some variations there. We'll see. We'll see if we want this. What is it? G? That is a bit. That's a bit too much. How about this one? Okay. Let's see. I want it to look like a wood floor. So let's. Oh, no. And the shade. I want to be maybe this sort of reddish color. Maybe I'm not understanding this tool. Okay. So that's our main color, and that's our shade. Get. Okay. So then, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And now, create some lines. I'm actually okay with that not finishing. That's kind of cool. Let's do that. And then a small one here. Okay. And we're going to shade this even more. Oh, that's too much. Don't know about that. That's not great. Let's turn on some music while we're here. So I'm using Upbeat for the music, and I gotta say, you know, I like it, but it's starting to sound all the same. I think I need to... I know some people on Bandcamp will get their music from there. Some people will get their music from Bandcamp. I'm wondering... Bandcamp... Copyright free? Oh yeah, looks like there's a bunch of stuff on here. Yeah, I don't know. That's something I'm gonna have to figure out. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about this. Oof. So that's our main. Is that our main? No. What's our main? Because that's what this is, right? No. I think I don't love this. Actually, I like the lines that I had though. So let's keep that. And we're gonna pull up the replace color. Okay. We're going to I don't know, how do I select the one that I want? Huh. Yeah, that definitely didn't work the way I wanted to. Let's select this color. What is the shortcut for this? Replace color. Shift R. Alright. Nice. That's a bit much. If we did, yeah. Just trying to look through our palette. I don't mind that. I mean, the colors are like super contrasty. Yeah, that. Oh, this is the one. That's the one. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So, what is this? 21? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Alright, now I want to lighten this up a wee bit. So, let's see. Wow, these colors are just fantastic. I hate it. It looks so stupid. First off, I don't love the base color. We're doing reset. Is that any better? That's better. Still not. It's too, like, skin tony. Yeah, it's making me question if I like this palette or not. It really is. Let's see. I had up something in low spec that I liked. This one. The Apollo palette. Originally I chose this palette because it had a really good color for the cat, but the colors can change, so maybe that's not such a big deal. It just feels like I don't have a ton of options here. Let's see. I think I might have chosen a palette that's too limiting. This one has a lot. Okay, let's play around with this. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Undo. How do I've forgotten how to import palettes. Damn it. No. Actually, though, I don't mind that. One, two, three, four. Ow. now that we're dealing with this, let's make some darker. Actually, okay, so now I'm going to select, this should be lighter. Oh, it's exactly that. I'm going to do some lighter tones there. Don't do that. Okay. Nope. Okay. Let's add a darker color. You know what? Maybe I should have done this slightly different. Okay, now I want to get this color, and we're going to do variations on that. So we're going to do lighter colors through there. Maybe something up here, something over there, something over there, something there. Maybe go touch there. There. And then maybe just a slightly darker. Okay. That looks pretty good, I think. So, let's add this to our tile map. Well, actually, before I do that, let's see what it looks like in a tile map. Tiled in both axes. That's not bad at all. Okay, let's turn tile mode off. And we're going to highlight this, Command C. Let's go to our cat background, go right here, Command V. Oh, nope. All right, that's kind of what we're looking at. Does that look weird? I feel like the perspective's a little off. I don't know, to be honest. It kind of looks like a floor. I mean, it's very busy. It might be too busy for what we want, but all right. Let's see what the next step is here. Oh, oh. The upbeat music player really just consumes all of the bandwidth. All right, let's see what else he does here.
Out quite a bit, especially when they're at the edge of it all. So it's kind of just clean up. And then in areas like this, you can go ahead and add maybe a piece. So, and then to make this, you're going to continue to clean up areas when you zoom in and out. But to really make this kind of come together in the end, we can take, let's go to modify existing tiles. And what I want to do is now click on the outside ones and kind of add these kind of stray ones that kind of come out a bit further, so it looks like the tile comes out a bit more. So you just want to again circle the tiles and add whatever feels right. And you don't even need to click. You can kind of just place them and hopefully the spots are decent. And you can see on the left, you can see the tiles really kind of auto-populating itself, which is really cool and super helpful later on when we're testing. Let's just quickly finish up here. And it looks good. Here, I think. And you can see now we have 25 tiles. You can kind of see the direction we did too. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, all the way there. And what you can do now is click on your base one. Make sure you're on the brush tool, or else it might not be the same. Like if you're on Paint Bucket, it will just paint it all. So it works the same as a normal brush. But just make sure you're on the correct one. And then you can kind of, you know that's number 2. And number 2 was that corner one. And number 3 was going around. You can kind of just,
I see.
Number 4 was that corner one there. And then 5.
Okay, so file.
7, I believe. The
No.
top one.
File, export, export tile set.
And then you can kind of start, throwing
by
these ones.
rows,
They kind of work everywhere too.
constraints,
Some might
none.
look odd, like the ones at the top aren't going to work well with the
Layers,
bottom,
split
but
layers,
you
split
kinda just
frames.
These around as well. Get an idea. Be cool if there was a random kind of
Output
placement.
file.
You can select these and kind of randomize them. Maybe there is. I don't know yet. But now you kind of have this tile set that's this desert kind of looking look, and
Let's see. Okay.
try different combinations, and you can edit them when you're in it. And say if you edit this one here.
Thank you,
it's gonna
Pin
edit that
USB
corner right
mic.
there. So
I
you can
appreciate
kinda,
you.
really see how the tile set works.
Now let's
together.
do
And you can
Godot
add things like this that kinda look out
tile
of place,
map
and it will edit it.
tutorial. This is how we learn. For each thing that we need, I guess this dude. This is only a year ago. Let's go with this one.
Hello everybody and welcome to my Godot 4 tile map video that I
Oh, it's
promised
Jackie
a
Codes.
long
Cool.
time ago. Alrighty guys, so in this project we're going to learn a lot about tile maps and terrains and how to place tiles programmatically and manually, and we're going to create this project. So if you're into that kind of thing, stick around and maybe you'll learn something. By the way, guys, I created this asset pack specifically for this project, so if you want to check it out, it's on itch.io, and all of the source code and everything is on GitHub. So let's get started. Alrighty, y'all, let's open a fresh new project. All I have is this tile map PNG. You could pick up in itch or GitHub. So what we're going to do is we are going to create a new 2D scene. And let's name it world. If you want to rename it, you can also right click. And if you want to navigate around this window, you can either middle mouse button press, or you could hold spacebar and click, and that's scroll wheel in and out for zooming. So we want to add a tile map. Whoops. So yeah, you could either right click, add child node, or come here to this plus sign and add the node of your dreams. So when we click on this tile map node, we get this inspector window that shows us different properties. Also, we have a tab under here. It says the edited tile map node has no tile set resource. And when we come here, we see that it is in fact empty. So we can come here and create a new tile set. And once a new tile set is created, we can click into it and get all these delicious properties. So by the way, depending on what image you use, for instance, our tile size is going to be 16 by 16. Anywho, I would urge you to always, when you're in Godot, just mess around with different attributes and see what it does. So here, we're going to be using the square tile shape, but switch it around and see what's happening. It's pretty interesting, and it also can give you some game ideas. And if you ever want to go back to what it was originally, you just click this reset arrow and bam, we're back in vanilla. So there's physics layers.
What
This
is
about
she looking at?
collisions, terrains. We
Tile
will use that
set,
in the future.
tile shape. I'm not seeing
Navigation
tile
layers,
shape
this is
anywhere.
for AI pathfinding, custom data layers. Are really
Jackie.
awesome addition in Godot 4.0.
Jackie.
Look at all
Doesn't
of these
look right.
different properties and see what you can do. But anyways, we're going to want to go into this tile set tab, and we want to drag our tile map image into here. The atlas texture was modified. Would you like to automatically create tiles in the atlas? Yes. So in Godot, an atlas texture is very important to know about. It's when you have a texture that you then want to crop out different sections of the texture. So for instance, we have seed, plants, and all these various tiles. You can see here that even though our texture is 16 by 16, this tree is bigger. So what we can do is right click, delete, and then come here to select this and drag it out. And now this is 32 by 32. So in the setup of our atlas, the ID is 0. This is going to be important in the future. We don't have a name for now. Our texture's here. These are the margins. If you need to mess with them, you could do that. Separation, for us, we don't have any of that. And our texture region size is 16 by 16, so we don't need to mess with this. And yeah, there's texture padding. We can leave it as it is. Yeah, we kind of messed something up in the future. We messed that up, but it's easy fix. Okay, so then when you wanna, so this setup is for the whole atlas as a whole. But then when you want to go in and edit an individual tile, you come to this select part, and then each tile has these properties. We'll use this paint property in the future, and it's very powerful and interesting, but for now, let's just look at the different properties. So within this atlas, we could see that this first tile has an atlas coordinate of 0, 0. And when we go to the right, the X increases. When we go down, the Y increases. When we want to animate, we will come here to this property, rendering. I could change the render properties of this cell. Like for instance, I'll lower the alpha, but let's put it back to normal. Terrains, we will use this in the future, and this miscellaneous properties and the probability. I will show you that very soon. So when you want to come in and draw, you come to this tile map and this tile map tab, and I can, let's zoom out a little. Let's come here. Let's go back to our origin. We don't want to draw super far off. And I can click on a tile and then draw it. If I uncheck the eraser, let's uncheck scattering. And simple, when I use this pencil, which you can click D for pencil. If I want a straight line, you could, I don't really use this. I prefer holding shift down, and then you could use the line with the pencil.
Okay, so she's in tile map
for
now.
rectangle.
So let's go there.
Oh yeah, it's a bug because when you click R, it uses the ruler. But hopefully, I don't know if it's a bug or, but yeah, rectangle. Uncheck this. Let's click back to the mouse, and we can use that.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to do
paint
something
bucket.
real simple.
B. So D for draw. paint bucket B.
What the
So
hell?
since the tile map inherits from a node 2D, when you're pressing these shortcuts, it will do these shortcuts as well. So you could see that the eraser is E, but also rotation is E. So when I press E, it doesn't go to the eraser, it goes to this.
Wee.
So keep that in mind. But right click for eraser is great. If you want to use this, if you have
What
two
I want
different
to know
tiles, and I want to switch to this, I could
is
use
why
P picker, the shortcut, and then go to that,
why
which is nice to have. But
don't
a
these
very,
align?
nice tool
My
is
viewport
this
ends
scatter
there.
property. So I could select multiple
That's kind of
tiles, and
annoying,
it'll randomly
but that's okay.
choose
All right,
which
and then we're gonna
tile
put
to place. So
flooring
let's
up
go
here.
back to this these tile properties. So remember there was this miscellaneous probability. This is actually tied to the scatter property. So if I want these flowers to show up less often than the grass, I could change the probability.
I don't know.
To
We'll see if we
0.2.
even like this.
And then
We
if
might
I
not.
want to do this,
That's
set
okay.
this
We're
probability
exploring. We're
tile
learning.
to multiple,
Learning how to do pixel art.
tiles quickly. I can come
Okay.
here to this paint.
Good.
Select
Now
what
I actually want
property
to
we
hide
want
it
to change.
so I can get everything
So this
moved.
probability, then I can use this picker, pick this one, and I could paint it on to multiple properties,
Okay,
which
now I want to
is
select
super cool.
static body floor.
So now, if I come back, let's use the scattering with the rectangle tool, and let's see. You could see there is significantly less flowers because we lowered that probability. Alrighty, so before we go wild on drawing out our area,
Okay,
I want
now
to
I want
use different
cat
layers. So I'm
on
gonna
top of
choose
this.
the rectangle and the eraser,
How do I
erase
do
everything
that?
super quickly. And I'm gonna come here back to the inspector. And for the layers, I want the layer 0 to actually be water. And then layer 1 could be the ground. So now when we come back to the tile map to draw, before we draw, we need to keep in mind what layer we are actually drawing on, because now they are different.
That's cool. You can have different layers.
So now that we have a water layer, let's draw some water, but our water tiles are actually animated. So we need to set up the animation for them. And actually with animation layers, only the first tile needs to be activated. So these other two, let's just delete that. And then let's come to select, click the first tile, and we're gonna come here to this animation property. So there are 3 columns here. So let's add 3, and then we'll add the frames. Each frame is a 1-second duration, so that is fine. And now when we come back to tile map, let's click the square. It should be animated. So let's add a camera to test it out. You can see the crosshairs of the camera. We could zoom it in a little bit.
Why isn't the cat's tile box moving with the cat?
Fact animated. And let's save our scene. So I like to create a scene folder, and let's just save it in there for now. And you can see
Use
that
grid snap. I want to
water
group these
is, in
together.
fact, animated.
Ungroup.
And you can mess around with the times, whatever floats your boat. But feel free now to just mess around, make something nice. We're going to be changing it a lot, so especially since we're going to be drawing with the terrains. So don't get too crazy. We'll make it look a lot better, because now you see that it's very rugged and straight and sharp, and with the terrains, it will clean all that up. But yeah, that's the first part of this tutorial. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope I was clear on everything. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section.
Very clear, Jackie.
And I will get back
Thank
with
you.
with part.
What the? They're locked. How do I unlock them? Cat tree. Unlock. Okay. Now they should be unlocked. Let's group these together. Group. Oh. The bottom. The bottom didn't come up. Oh no. All right. Upbeat is actually crashing. So I must be at the max of what this computer can do. Oh. Oh my. All right. Then I'm going to lock the floor. Come on. Up. Nope. Okay. Now, I'm going to include everything. And we're going to group that. Okay, good. So now, we have our cat. Now we got a food bowl. Oh, man. Food bowl. Unlock. Move you up. Undo the grouping for all of you. Unlock the food bowl. I want to select all of you and drag you up. We're going to group you and put you down. All right, let's see what this looks like. Oh, Q lag. Where's my background? Oh, maybe I hid it everywhere. I mean, besides the cat tree blocking all movement, it kind of looks okay. It's really hard to tell that that is a floor, though. Looks like a wall. Time to eat on exit. Yeah, it doesn't really look like I want. So, what is the difference here? Why does this look correct? And that does not. Is it the angle of everything? Like there's some lines that look slightly skewed. Is that what makes it look like it's going in the background? Hey, Cassie Codes. How you doing? Well, I'm trying to make myself a little game, but I know no pixel art. I've never used Godot. I am a developer, so I know how to program. But the things that make a game, that's what I struggle with. This brown area right here, it's not supposed to look like a wall. It's supposed to look like a floor. Kind of like here. See this yellow part right here? That looks like a floor. Yeah, I need to think I do, but I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. I feel like I need to angle the vertical lines slightly angled. I don't know how to do that. Or are you saying I need to change the perspective on the... Because like the subfloor looks, you know, it doesn't look perfect, but it looks pretty good. Wall go up and down, floor goes sideways. Right, but I don't want this to be a wall. I want this to be, the brown part I want to be floor. Floor goes sideways. It is going sideways, isn't it? Oh, I think I know what you mean. Okay, so I need to, how would I even do that? So let's try this again. What are you up to today, Cassie? Let's load our bathhouse palette. Okay, so floor goes sideways. But to answer your original question, the game is going to be a simple idle game in the style of kind of Rusty's Retirement, if you know that one, where it's a quarter screen game that runs on your desktop. Let's see, I might have it up here somewhere. Rusty's Retirement. So Rusty's Retirement runs in the quarter bottom part of your screen. Here's an example of it. And I really loved it, really enjoyed it. It's kind of been one of the first games where I've been able to, you know, not feel like I'm wasting my time. So I'd like to create a cat-related idle game where you, like a Tamagotchi, where you're taking care of the cat, and your goal is to make your cat as comfortable as possible. Give him places to sleep, make sure he's clean, all this sort of stuff. He has food, water, yada yada. And it's seemed like a relatively easy thing to do, but you know, of course, it's never that way. You like idle games? Yeah. I think the currency or the progression is going to be comfort. How comfortable is your cat? So the more places he has to sleep, right? The happier he'll be, the more comfortable he'll be. You'll get like passive, you know, comfort points or something as he sleeps or something. Still figuring that aspect out, but it's kind of the general idea. And the cat itself, I did not make. Obviously, I don't have the pixel art skills to do that. So that's a something I got off of itch.io. Is it this one? No, it's not that. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm debating whether or not I even want to have this sort of thing. It looked pretty cool when the cat was just walking around on the bottom of the screen, but I thought I'd give it some perspective, which means maybe I even just get rid of this brown part entirely. I don't know. you know, part of this is to learn pixel art, to learn game development, and you know, just expand my skills. Okay, so floors go sideways. Pixel art, floor, how to. I'm not so good at pixel art or game dev, so just enjoy watching. Vertical lines a little, just move a few pixels into a diagonal line. Okay, we can try that. Okay, so these vertical lines, you're saying I need to make them left to right. So let's see here. We're going to kind of make them go like that. No. Jeez. Something like that. Okay, we'll do the same here. No. And this one, these need to be okay, and this one, oh, that might, you might be right, that might work. Maybe I try to pull away from the screen. That might be right. Let's tile map it. Let's see. Tile mode. Doesn't quite look right yet. I think I need to. I have to update the darker parts here. These bits are all messed up now. Okay, so let's do this. And then we're going to do that. Okay. Oh, hey. Okay, that top part looks pretty good to me. So then we're going to just kind of adjust that. Kind of take out some of this. Make everything look tile mode. What do you think, Cassie? That looks a little better. I feel like it's still a little off, but I don't know how. Well, let's see. You have to make the boards skinnier. I see. All right, let's try this again. So we're going to start with a brand new one. G. Okay. Skinnier boards, you say? I like the colors on this, so we're going to stick to those colors. Alright, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yeah, we'll do it this way. 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, oh. So do you do pixel art for fun? You make games? Like what's your what do you like to do with your time? Okay, I made him like a pixel skinnier. Maybe that'll work. Let's see. So we're gonna do that. Problem is like it's hard to do, and they all have to be pointing the same way because your perspective, right? Okay, so I don't want to have some going like that way. That would throw it off, I think. Okay, I think maybe where I'll have to put the variation is in the boards themselves. Oh, that looks dumb. Let's not do that. Something like that. Let's see. Okay. You just started this year? Nice. Have you shared anything out with the public, or is it all internal? Keeping it to yourself for now. Made some videos on YouTube, but YouTube is hard. Yeah, there's a lot of, from my perspective, there's a lot of pressure to be like perfect, right? Or like know what you're doing, and to be able to produce something well is difficult as on top of that. That's why I kind of like Twitch, because it's just like, yeah, whatever. It's the pressure's much lower. Okay, and I want to do dark in some spots too. Let's do that. That. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. All right. That's a pretty simple floor, I think. Let's look at the tile map. Oh, actually, I want to add variations to the lines here. Oh, and I want to make sure all my lines go the right way. So something like that. Okay, that's looking better. Try to continue the direction. All right. Let's tile map it and see. It's a little busy, but still doesn't seem right. All right, let's see what the internet has to tell me. This person does floors, but it's from the top-down perspective. I want it from the side and kind of adding depth. Made some videos on YouTube. Right, at the very least, I'm not sure. Yeah. You should do some streaming. It's much less high pressure, and you can still save your VODs, right? And then you can view it that way later on. Oh no! Why am I drawing things? Why is that happening? Okay. Yeah, I don't love that. Are there any like streamers or YouTubers that you've been using as a resource to learn? How do I 2D depth? I don't know. I just want the right sort of thing. How can I give texture and depth to pixel art? That's a good question. How can I do that? Clear codes tutorials. Let's see. Clear Code Godot. I might have watched a few of his videos. Python. Introduction to Godot. Huh, I've never seen any of his stuff. Okay, I'll have to watch this. Yeah, for me, a lot of the difficulty obviously comes in the art field, right? Since I have no basis in art. The programming side of things isn't so difficult since, you know, that's my day job. So that's, you know, that's where it's a little bit easier for me. But, yeah, I'm not loving this. For one, it's too busy. And the colors I don't love either. So I need to fix those. I need it to be lighter. Let's see, let's look here. It's interesting that the depth in this image is pretty much just by these few diagonals. And there's just a few lines. Wonder if I could do something like that. So as a game dev, I have no background. But in my day job, I'm a software developer, and I'm focused mostly on Android development. So that's in Kotlin, and moving into Kotlin multi-platform, which means using Kotlin as a more of a backend. On Twitch, I've built out a couple different projects. The last one was a what's the right word for it? I don't have like a quick way to describe it, but essentially a way to share activity data from something like a Garmin watch up to a server. The server then generates overlays that could be put on a stream. So imagine someone's doing some exercise, wants to save or share some aspect of the exercise, like the data, whether it's like heart rate or something. They could share it over their stream through using this kind of system I built. And that was built in Go, Garmin's custom language, and all that. And that was a fun project for me because with native mobile development, I'm not really dealing with any web development concepts, so I got to expand that way. But I've been an Android developer for 5 or 6 years, around that long. So these are These are means of stretching my abilities. Okay, why is this line here? Yeah. I don't know. You know, you never really feel like you know enough, if that makes sense. There's always more to know. Oh, what happened to the music? I swear, did that thing crash again? Wow. That, so I'm using Upbeat for the music. The tab itself used 12.3 gigabytes. What the hell? I don't think I'm going to continue using it. That's too bad. Yeah. I've always wanted, so like I don't know how I got into Android development. It just kind of happened that way. Definitely wasn't like a focus of mine. But for the longest time, I wanted to make games. So, you know, here's a try erasing some of the, make it look less busy. Okay, I can do that. So making games is a good way. It's something I've always wanted to do. You know, not every one of these rows needs to actually have a line, right? So let's get rid of that. Actually, let's leave those two and get rid of this one. Okay. And then let's simplify that one down. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. That looks out of place. Let's do something here. Okay, that looks a little better. This looks weird now. Let's see. Let's do this. Use the get, and let's add some darker colors in there. No, darker colors. Okay. Yeah, that looks better. Let's turn on the tile map. Maybe I remove some rows. Or pixel art is so hard. I mean, it's just, it looks so easy, right? It looks so easy. But really it's not. I think that's in art in general, right? It looks so easy. Like, what I really don't understand is how this works. How... Like, let's see. Can I just... Let's try. Let's just try to do it super basic. Okay. All they have here is, and our colors are going to be awful, but I don't care. They just have some lines, right? Line, nope. Well, that, sure, that works. Line, 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 and then there's just a hint of verticality. You know, maybe we do that. Even so, it doesn't look nearly the same. Let's change that color to be. Let's darken that a bit. Okay. Nope. That's not it. That's not it. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, you could be right there. The shadows, the obvious things in front and things behind. Okay, let's tile map this out and see. So bad. Yeah, it's good desert tiles. Or like a desert ocean or something. Oh man. Like, you know what's crazy? When I look at something like, have you seen the game Animal Well? The dude did everything for this, or most of it. Look at the freaking art. God, it makes me just jealous of his skill. Look at that. Yeah, it just came out, or a month or so ago, and it's a relatively short game, and it's a puzzle game. But I mean, one developer did all the art, did all the development, right? And it's just like, it's such a beautiful and stylized game. It's crazy. And the game is really good. Overwhelmingly positive, like fantastic reviews. Of course, I'm running on a Mac, so can't play it. But someday. Yeah, I know, right? Like, it's just... So this isn't animated, but that is like a waterfall. That's dripping water. Here, let's watch the video. And then look at this dude. You see this little chameleon? And he's hidden in shadow and fog. I'm jealous. So jealous. Someday. Really great animations. I'd be really interested to know how long this took him. Probably quite a while. And it's got a cool, like, layered look to it. Like an old CCTV sort of thing. Android developer on Mac. Well, I'll have you know, most Android developers are on Mac. just because the environment is, um, since Mac is like Linux light, you have a lot of control, and yeah, it's just a better environment than Windows. I used to use a Windows machine when I was in school and whatnot, but I've really started to enjoy Mac a lot more. And if you want to build anything for iOS, you need to have a Mac. It can only be done on a Mac, which is my original motivation for getting this M1 Mac Mini a couple years ago. So I've definitely gone way beyond its capacity, its stated capacity. I need to take some like art theory or something. Pixel art theory. Here, let's look at this. Pixel 2D pixel art depth in platformer, let's say, because this is kind of like a platformer style. Yeah, adding depth. So my next machine will be a Windows, and I can still, build for Android and whatnot, but I'll keep this one around for if I want to do anything iOS related. I mean, I guess I just don't have to have it. So if I just hide this, right? Oh, and cue the lag right now. Yep. So he's raised up off the floor because of the floor is moved up. But I could just have him walking around on the bottom, which might be better than having any background whatsoever. So maybe this is something I don't have to focus on right now, but it's just been bothering me, right? Why is that being difficult? That's blocking his progress. Lag. Oh, jeez. Alright, well, regardless, usually the cat wanders more. There's actually a food bowl over here that you can't see. And that's the problem. That's part of the reason why I want a background, is so that you can actually see this stuff. But I don't know. Let's just get rid of this cat tree entirely. We don't need that. Is there a way to disable something? Yeah. I remember dealing with that when I first moved to a Mac. It's like, why is it backwards? I still think Windows does it better, but Why is this bottom being a problem? Just go down there. I don't care what the cat tree looks like right now. I want the cat to patrol the whole area. That must not be the problem. Well, regardless, I'll fix that later. Yeah. Oh, so do I. I mean, I think it's because I started with Windows that I still get confused on a Mac. And I use, a split keyboard, so it gets even more confusing. I'm using this Moonlander keyboard. Not those. This. That's what my keyboard looks like. So, like, everything's thrown off. You have to retrain your brain on how to use it. But now that I've been using it for a couple years, I've gotten pretty good at it. Anyways. Okay, so maybe I just don't mess with it. Oh yeah, it's been great. It before I got it, I was having some, issues in my hands, starting to hurt and whatnot. And just separating your hands, making sure they're, like a normal keyboard, your hands are so squeezed together that it's, and your wrists are put into a bad spot. If you're on your computer all day, pretty much every day. I'm in Japan and the keyboard keys are really smushed together. It's rough. Yeah. Yeah, keyboards are not designed well. So having a split keyboard like this is really helpful. There's like other keyboards where they're like bent in, the convex, I think. Oh. That's another style, but I've liked this one because you can tint it up and you can make it pretty much exactly the way you want it. And mechanical, so. The best part is having your arms be where they should be, right? Your hands where they should be, so nothing is bent. Anyways. Yeah, like these people here. Okay, it's 5:33. I should probably get back to real life. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't really figure it out. But I did figure out how to do the tile set thing. So that's a win. I think if I am going to do a background, it needs to be a simple background just so that you can distinguish the things on it. And I don't know if I'm going to figure out a floor. That doesn't look anything like the other thing. The keyboard is called a Moonlander. Here, I'll share the link. They have a bunch of other ones. The convex one, oof. There's a couple of them. Oh, you know who uses one? Primogen. Let's see. Primogen. The Primogen? So, Kinesis. Yeah, that's what he uses. think they have a split version too. Yeah, the Advantage 360. So that one's split and, you know, has that dip in it. And, you know, Primogen, who's a pretty popular programming Twitch streamer, he swears by the concavity there. Says it's really good for your hands. I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty expensive $460 keyboard. So once I'm done with this one, maybe I'll try that. Yeah, thank you, Cascades. Appreciate that. Anyways, I think I'm gonna sign off. Yeah, I do this. Try to do this every day of the week. Maybe play some games on the weekend, so we can learn together. Alrighty, I will see you later. Thank you for joining, Cassie. I appreciate your time. Have a good one.